There's a bowl in the Tokyo National Museum that's worth more than most cars. It's chipped. It's cracked. It's been broken and repaired. And those repairs, those golden seams running through the ceramic, are exactly why it's priceless. Not despite the damage, because of it. Meanwhile, most of us are spending our entire lives trying to be the other bowl, the perfect one. The uncracked one. The one that needs no repair. And in that pursuit, we miss something the Japanese understood 1,000 years ago. The cracks are the story. The imperfection is the point. The struggle is not the obstacle to your life. It is your life. We live in the most filtered, optimized, highlight reel culture in human history. Every photo edited. Every story curated. Every weakness hidden. And the result is a quiet epidemic of people who feel, despite all appearances, fundamentally not enough, not successful enough, not disciplined enough, not far enough along, not healed enough, not ready enough. The Japanese have a philosophy that dismantles this entirely. It's called Wabi-Sabi. Two words that together describe something the English language has no single word for: the beauty of imperfection, the elegance of impermanence, the profound rightness of things exactly as they are. This video is about what that means, and why learning it might be the most practically useful thing you do this year. Wabi-Sabi comes from two separate Japanese concepts. Wabi originally meant the loneliness and hardship of living in nature, away from society. Over centuries, it evolved to mean something different: the quiet beauty of simple, imperfect things, the rough texture of a handmade cup, the asymmetry of a natural stone. Sabi originally meant to rust or to wither. It evolved to describe the beauty that comes with age and use: the patina on old copper, the worn path through a garden, the wrinkles on a face that has lived. Together, Wabi-Sabi is the art of finding beauty in things that are incomplete, impermanent, and imperfect. It's not a consolation prize for failing to be perfect. It's the recognition that perfection itself, the Western, Instagram, productivity-optimized version of it, is not only unachievable, it's not even desirable, because a perfect thing has nowhere to grow. A perfect surface reveals nothing of its journey. A perfect life, if such a thing existed, would have nothing to say. Here's what perfectionism actually is, beneath all the productivity language around it. It's fear. Fear that who you are right now is not acceptable. Fear that the unfinished work, the unresolved past, the unachieved goal makes you fundamentally less than. And that fear doesn't drive you forward. Research from York University found that perfectionism is strongly linked to depression, anxiety, and burnout, not high performance. The people who actually produce great work, the writers, the builders, the athletes at the top, share one common trait that perfectionism culture ignores. They shipped the imperfect thing. They trained with the broken form. They showed up on the days they weren't ready. Because they understood, consciously or not, what Wabi-Sabi teaches. The imperfect action taken today is worth infinitely more than the perfect action that never happens. Waiting until you're ready is not discipline. It's avoidance with good lighting. There's a related Japanese art form you need to know about. When a piece of pottery breaks in Japan, there's a tradition called Kintsugi, meaning golden joinery. Instead of hiding the crack, instead of throwing the broken piece away, the artisan repairs it with gold. The fracture becomes the feature. The damage becomes the design. This is not metaphor for the sake of it. This is an entire philosophy of how to treat the broken parts of a life. The failed relationship that taught you what love actually requires. The career collapse that redirected you somewhere real. The version of yourself that didn't work out, and what you built from it. The Western instinct is to hide the cracks, to project the version of yourself that has no seams, to perform wholeness while privately managing fractures. Kintsugi says the exact opposite. Your breaks are your biography. Your repairs are your strength. The gold runs exactly where the damage was. The most interesting people you will ever meet are not the ones who were never broken. They're the ones who were and can show you the gold. Wabi-Sabi isn't passive acceptance. It's not an excuse to stop growing. It's a recalibration of the measuring stick. Here's what it looks like practically in real life in 2026. First, finish the imperfect thing. The video that isn't quite right. The email you've rewritten 6 times. The workout that felt off. Ship it, send it, do it. Progress requires output. Output is inherently imperfect. Second, stop hiding the process. The most trusted people in any field show their work, including the work that didn't land. Vulnerability is not weakness. It's the gold seam. It's what makes people trust you. Third, find the beauty in the current season, not when you're further along. Not when you fix the thing. Right now, in the incomplete, unoptimized, still figuring it out version. A garden in winter is not a failed summer garden. It's a winter garden. Complete in itself. You are not a failed version of who you'll be, you are the current version. Complete in yourself, right now. Fourth, appreciate things before they are gone. Wabi-Sabi is deeply tied to impermanence. The cup is precious because it can break. The moment is beautiful because it won't last. The person beside you is irreplaceable because they won't be here forever. This isn't sadness. It's attention. The most alive you can be is fully present to something you know is temporary. Here's the reframe Wabi-Sabi offers that I want you to actually sit with. You are not a project to be completed. The self-improvement industry. And I say this as someone who believes deeply in growth. Sometimes sells you an end state, the optimized you, the healed you, the arrived you. As if there's a version of yourself that will finally be finished. There isn't, and that's not a problem. That's the design. You are and will always be a work in progress, incomplete, impermanent, imperfect. Wabi-Sabi says that's not something to fix. That's something to find beautiful. The most alive moments of your life weren't when you were finished. They were when you were fully in the middle, uncertain, growing, real. Stop waiting for the finished version of yourself to start living. The unfinished version is the one doing the living. That's the version with the gold in the cracks. That's the version that's actually here. That bowl in the Tokyo National Museum was not always worth what it is now. Once it was just clay. Then it was a cup. Then it broke. And someone looked at the broken pieces and decided not to discard them, but to put them back together with something more valuable than what was there before. That's the practice, not perfection. Not hiding the breaks, gold in the cracks. You've been broken before. Maybe you're in the middle of breaking right now. The question Wabi-Sabi asks isn't how do I avoid this? It asks, what are you going to use to put it back together? Where in your life are you hiding a crack that might actually be gold? Drop it below. This comment section is for people doing the real work.